Let's find some cherry tomatoes.
Which one do you think is better, the pink one or the yellow one?
Yellow one.
Yellow one.
Oh no, that was for Daddy.
This building used to be the Farmer's Friend manufacturing facility. Hi guys, we're back on the farm, and today we have a special Mother's Day episode. We're gonna be taking you behind the scenes at my mom's gluten-free bakery. We're also gonna be giving you an update on the greenhouse tomatoes and showing the Qlipr Trellising System in action. So join us for the ride.
It's time to harvest garlic scapes. I feel like it's quite a bit earlier this year than normal. Of course, everything's earlier this year, but we're still the end of April, and we're harvesting scapes.
People eat these things?
Oh yeah, scapes are a seasonal delicacy. The two things I know that people love them for is garlic scape pesto, which is really good, and then we just cut them and use them as garlic flavored green beans. Just cook them pretty much like green beans.
You have to like garlic, probably.
I mean, they're not overpowering garlic flavor when you cook them.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff.
So you planted your garlic in the fall, and you used fabric. So you haven't had to do any weeding. There's obviously a little bit of stuff growing up.
We weeded once.
Okay. And then the pathways, you did a cover crop?
We did in wheat, as you can see. I should have before now weed-eated it down, but that needs to be done right away. My theory was that the wheat grows up and kind of shades out the fabric some and keeps garlic from getting too hot.
Okay.
I don't know if that's reality, but that was my theory. We're to the point now where we're ready to start lowering and leaning. So our lowest clip is on the nub here, and this is getting pretty tall, so of course, you start by taking off the suckers, which has mostly been done, but that was a big one there. And then you just take this bottom clip off, slide this one down, and replace this clip up here. And then just move it over. And that's that simple. Take the bottom one off. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 is slide it down. 3 is reclip the top. You got to be careful with these trusses. And 4 is moving it down.
That's a simple system. Some people watching may not have seen the previous episodes where we talked about this system. But this is the Qlipr Trellising System. That is Qlipr is how it's spelled. And it's a trellising system that was developed and is manufactured in
the Netherlands.
The Netherlands, yeah. Yep.
So it's just so nice compared to anything else because you're staying on the ground. Normally with big tomatoes, I would never want to clip it under a flower truss, but with the cherries, I don't think it's a problem.
Just the concern being if it slides down at all,
exactly.
It would break the fruit truss.
Yeah, the beefsteaks really have a lot of weight on them.
Sure.
But yeah, it's as simple as that. And then again, the real beauty at the end of the season is you're just taking off 2 clips.
Yep. And
you're ready to
to
wrap it up.
For sure, anybody that's utilized the plastic clips and you end up with a dozen of them on a vine or maybe more, and that's a real pain.
Yep.
So, we do sell some compostable versions of those clips. So that is an option if you're looking for a budget version. This Qlipr system is definitely a more premium option, but you can use it year over year over year, and the only cost is just replacing the foam every 2 years, and that's pretty inexpensive. So
Well, we just replaced them this year, so we had them at least 4 years.
really, okay,
Yeah.
well, you might be able to, if you store them in a safe environment, but these just tend to kind of break down, it seems, in the sun. So
Yeah.
cool. Well, that's the Qlipr Trellising System. Now let's show the kids taste test.
So one of the most exciting things on the farm after strawberry season is the first cherry tomatoes. And this is the first week we'd been picking the cherry tomatoes. It's the end of April, and we're in the tomato greenhouse, and we rounded up some random kids that we found on the farm to be our testers, tomato testers. Because the kids are the ones that buy the tomatoes at the market, or at least their parents buy them for them. So we're going to see which ones are the best, okay, Benji? We want to make sure they're really ripe. Okay, we've got 2 of each. Okay, everybody's got to close their eyes. I'm going to give you half a tomato of each color. Okay, Josie. Okay, this is not working very well.
Yummy.
Okay, so the result of the test is yummy.
Which one do you think is better, the pink one or the yellow one?
The other one.
Yellow one. Okay.
Okay, let's see what mature taste buds say.
All right, red.
There's a pink one over there, Josie. Can you pick one of those right there? Oh no, that was for Daddy.
Thank you. Boy, I don't know. They're all so good.
Oh, so good.
Well, there you have it. They're all so good.
Were they good, Benji?
Well, we've been trialing cherry tomatoes for years, and we've come up with, I think, some of the best. So the pink one is Sun Peach, which is, Joshua thinks it's better than Sun Gold. You know, we don't grow Sun Gold in the greenhouse because it's not leaf mold resistant, and I feel like that needs to be a requirement for greenhouse tomatoes, is leaf mold resistance. So Sun Peach. The red is Sakura. The downside to the Sakura, in my mind, is that it's too big. It's almost not a one bite thing.
Yep,
and
it's big.
You know, if you don't get it in one bite with a cherry tomato,
Yeah, that's a mess.
You're going to be embarrassed. So
Speaking of that, you've got some seeds on your forehead.
that was probably from
That was probably from one of the kids.
cutting them, I'm guessing.
Yes.
The yellow one we're still working on. So we've got one this year that I really like the flavor I've seen so far. It's from Johnny's. It's I think it's like TY Yellow Mimi or something.
Okay.
We're pretty happy with the selection right now.
Yeah, they all tasted really good. Hey guys, I'm here with my mom, Pam, and we're in the gluten-free bakery that, Mom, how long have you been running the bakery now? That's been a few years.
Yeah, like 6.
6 years? Okay. So for those of you guys that are familiar with sort of my business background and the farmer's friend journey, you probably have insights into this, but I started I've been doing different business endeavors since I was very young, but Farmer's Friend I started when I was 19. And I look back on that and think, wow, that was pretty ambitious for a 19-year-old. But most of that is really credited to, I think, my mom. And the first business endeavor that I remember you guys really encouraging me with was my bunny breeding business. Do you remember that? How old was I? I was trying to think about that, but I was like
I think
9?
maybe 7 or 8.
Yeah. For my birthday, we'll just say it was somewhere around 8 years old, they bought me 2 rabbits. It never was super successful, but I did have a lot of fun with it.
Terribly dismal.
Yeah.
I mean, we never had babies.
No, we did have some babies, but we didn't have a lot. I remember
Not
having
enough
a
for
few
me to really
batches.
remember.
There was a lot of failure with that, unfortunately, and there was some traumatic parts of it, but it was a good learning experience and definitely taught me a lot of cool lessons. But then from there, I remember doing a cookie business, like massive oatmeal cookies, and sold cookies at market and at the farm stand to raise money for piano lessons and various different business endeavors. But I remember somewhere in my probably early teens starting to bake bread, and you had helped all of us kids get into different aspects of baking. And I remember you helping us calculate how much the loaves were costing and where to buy our materials from and all that type of stuff. So you encouraged us a lot. And then, for those watching, we didn't have at the time a commercial kitchen. We were baking all that out of our home kitchen. So, and mixing all the bread in a Bosch countertop mixer, and it was humble beginnings. But I, as I like to do, tried to scale it and make it into something bigger. And at one point, I was baking bread, I guess, until about 2015, I think. And
yeah, that's true.
And baking, a lot of loaves every week. So I have lots of memories about that. But I definitely look back and see you as the main motivation to getting those various different businesses started and supporting me through that. So I think that's super important for parents that are looking to encourage their kids in different endeavors to really help them and hold their hands. So anyways, then us kids kind of graduated from our baking businesses and more or less moved on. And then you kind of picked up the torch and have turned it into this. Now, I think you made a really good move in going gluten-free. So I guess, why don't you just talk for a minute about the bakery, what got you into gluten-free bread, and kind of the different products that you offer.
It was probably in 2013 or 14 when you bought a mixer, remember, with your cousin.
Yep.
And you started making bread like in a big way. And then when you got into Farmer's Friend, the mixer ended up just sitting, and I used it for home use and whatnot. But at some point I bought it from you, and I started baking. So the gluten-free came because in 2019, I was trying to, this is the way a lot of gluten-free stories begin. Okay, so I was trying to overcome some autoimmune issues that I struggle with, and I was recommended to do gluten-free. And across the board, if you have an autoimmune disease, they say you should be gluten-free.
Yeah,
and so,
or any kind of inflammation issues, right?
Yeah, inflammation. So I have never really, there's not a direct connect for me. Like I can't say, oh, when I eat gluten, this happens to me. So really it's been a choice to stay on it all these years. I think it's better for me. I eat better. I don't eat things that are not the best for me. So it's kind of a mental decision. But in 2019, I started dabbling a little bit. I guess you do get this from me. So I was making it for myself, and I was thinking, okay, why not take it to farmer's market?
Yeah.
Because if I'm enjoying it, other people are going to enjoy it too. If I need it, other people are going to need it too. So that's how it started. And then I didn't really do, I think that might have been 2018. 2019, I really didn't do anything. But then in 2020, I decided I was really going to try to build it up at the farmer's market. And from there, it's just grown, I would say, very organically.
Yeah.
Quite slowly. I'm a farmer's wife. I'm a Mimi. I have a lot of things that are important to me. And the bakery is just one of them. It's such a nice complementary business with the farm.
Yeah.
And people really are very appreciative for our gluten-free bread because,
Yeah, it's good.
yeah.
So I'll take a minute to pitch it here. So first of all, those of you watching, if you want to try this, there are opportunities for you to go to Hold the Bread. We'll drop the links down in the video description. But she ships the bread and then pre-made bread, but also sells the mixes where people can add the wet ingredients and make it at home. So I think that's really cool. But I'll just say I am definitely not gluten-free, and I like all of the baked goods that have all the gluten. But your bread is genuinely, the bread, the pizza crust, the crackers, all of it is just really good. So I mean, it's good enough where if I had a gluten-free mom's bread versus another, I would go for the gluten-free because it's really good bread. So let's get into a little bit of the the more operational side of it. So you're not cutting corners on ingredients. I know all these ingredients are very high quality and a lot of them quite expensive ingredients. So without giving away any trade secrets, can you talk a little bit about the sort of the backbone to the recipe and what people are buying when they buy your bread?
Yeah, sure. So we source all organic ingredients and we mill our own products.
Yeah. So there's a mill back here. So so everything is fresh ground organic.
Everything is fresh ground organic. So we use millet as our main and we use flax. So those are flax, chia, and millet are what I would say. Well, when you think of superfoods, flax, millet, chia, psyllium husk, those are ingredients that are really nutritious and healthy for you. Good, healthy fiber. We use we mill all our own grains. The chia and the flax are milled within 24 hours of when we bake and sell, and the same thing with the millet.
Okay.
So yeah, it is way more expensive to make than the bread you used to make.
Yeah.
I mean, whole wheat bread and sourdough bread, they are very inexpensive still, relatively inexpensive to make.
So I think that's really cool. So can you just walk us through the different products that you make?
So we make several loaves, and you can see the stickers here. We make just an original loaf, and then we make a garlic herb loaf. Those are our two.
The garlic herb is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
There is not much better than a slice of that garlic herb bread toasted with butter on it.
Yeah, it's very good. And then cinnamon raisin is the third one, and then one that's the least, but I love it as much, is the sunflower.
Okay.
And then we do baguettes. We don't ship baguettes. We ship the loaves. We don't ship the baguettes. We've branched out. We have the cookie crackers. We have the cinnamon crunchies.
Yep, the kids absolutely devour those.
I haven't really brought the cinnamon and garlic crunchies to the market yet, but this summer we're going to bring them to farmers market. But I've definitely, I've trialed them with my grandkids, and they love them.
They're a fan, yeah. It's I mean, basically you're taking bread and just cubing it up and then dehydrating it, sort of, so it's like a crouton.
I'm baking it in the oven and creating a snack. It's a way to use bread that comes back from market. So
yeah,
and then outside of that we have the mixes, the pizza mix and the original mix.
Okay.
And those are so simple. Just add water and oil. Nothing. I mean, children can make them.
Yeah.
It's super simple.
So back to the recipe. This is gluten-free, but you're also not using any dairy products as well.
That's true.
So no dairy or egg. So it's just about as
well,
simple.
which is really unusual also for gluten-free, because most gluten-free breads really rely on eggs.
Yeah.
And first, I don't have any problem, but I prefer it without eggs, and I think there's a lot of people that do.
Yeah. And
we have a nice bread.
Yeah. Well, thanks for giving us a tour of the bakery. I mean, we've been standing in the same spot the whole time. It's a small bakery, but you really maximize this space.
Yeah, but you should say, what did this used to be?
Well, I guess, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've made it a bakery.
Right.
I put in I didn't do it, but it was my brainchild with the windows and space.
Yeah. So this building used to be, up until 2021, the Farmer's Friend manufacturing facility, and this back room here was processing parts. It was a very dungy, dirty room. And then when I sold the building to you guys, you turned this into a beautiful bakery, added the windows, and also it's really neat to see the transformation and come back here and remember when we were running a business here. So yeah, thanks for giving us a tour and telling us about the bakery. It's really cool to see the success of it. And again, for those watching, if you yourself or you have friends or loved ones that are gluten-free or gluten intolerant, you should definitely buy some of this bread. You make the fresh bread and ship it. That's like a weekly or every other?
Yeah.
Okay.
I ship bread
weekly.
on Tuesdays.
Yeah. So, I mean, they make it fresh and box it up and send it, USPS, and it gets there in like a day or two. So it's about as fresh as you can get. Or you can buy the mixes and make it yourself at home, which is a great option as well. You can make it fresh, which is always best fresh.
Yeah, for sure.
So super high quality product, no corners cut at all. And I just want to say thank you for supporting me and encouraging me in all my business endeavors and helping to establish me as an entrepreneur. And
likewise, you've given back lots.
Yeah, well, I've tried.
You found me this bread cutter.
I found you the slicer. Yes, I remember slicing a lot of bread by hand, and then this popped up on my Facebook Marketplace.
So you've looked out for us.
Yes, Mom needs that. So. Alrighty, well, thanks for the tour, and hopefully you'll get some business from this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope that you'll go support my mom. Go check out the link down below and order some bread. You can order it for deliveries weekly, or you can buy the mixes and make it yourself at home. And I truly am saying it not just because it's my mom and I want to support her, but the products that she makes are the best gluten-free products I've ever tried. And I've tried a lot. My wife was doing gluten-free for a number of years, and I've tried a lot of gluten-free products, but hers are by far the best that I've ever had. So I genuinely hope you'll support her. She means the world to me and has supported me in my entrepreneurial endeavors through the years. So I want to do anything I can to support her. Again, hope you've enjoyed this video, and until next time, happy growing.